Hello, everyone. Welcome to our podcast. Today, we're going to talk about material requirements planning, also known as MRP. This is a very important system used in companies to manage production and materials efficiently. In this podcast, we will explain what MRP is, why is it important, and how it works in real companies. And we will also discuss a practical example to understand it better. Each of us explain a different part of the topic. So by the end, you will have a clear understanding of how MRP helps organizations improve their supply chain and production processes.
Material Requirement Planning, or MRP, is a system that helps companies determine what materials they need, how much they need, and when they need them for production. It uses important information such as inventory levels, the bill of materials, and the master production schedule. With this data, companies can avoid problems like running out of materials or having too much inventory. MRP is especially useful in manufacturing companies because they depend on having the right materials at the right time to keep production running smoothly.
MRP is very important because it helps companies improve efficiency and reduce costs. One of its main advantages is that it ensures materials are available when needed, which avoids delays in production. It also helps companies plan their purchases and production activities better. This leads to better organization and more control over the entire supply chain. Another important benefit is that MRP reduces unnecessary inventory, which saves money and storage space.
Many global companies use MRP or similar system to manage their production and supply chain efficiently. For example, Toyota uses MRP as part of its production system to coordinate the flow of materials. This allows the company to receive parts exactly when they are needed, which reduces inventory levels and avoids delays in manufacturing. Their system is closely related to the just-in-time approach, where efficiency and timing are very important. Another example is Coca-Cola. This company manages a large number of materials such as bottles, caps, cans, and packaging. Using MRP, Coca-Cola can control these materials and ensure the production continues without interruptions. It is also helps them distribute products efficiently across different regions to their bottling partners. In addition, IKEA uses advanced inventory management systems that work similarly to MRP. IKEA focuses on optimizing storage, reducing costs, and ensuring product availability in this store worldwide. Their system allows them to manage large volumes and products while maintaining efficiently in logistic and supply chain operations. These examples show that MRP is not only the theoretical concept, but a practical tool used by useful companies. It helps them improve planning, reduce costs, and maintain better control over their operations.
To better understand how MRP works, we develop a practical example based on production of the queen-size bed, following the structure of a real material requirement planning system. First, we identify the final product, which in this case is the bed. Then we break it down using a bill of materials or BOM. This structure shows all the components required to build the product, such as the base, headboard, support boards, screw, washer, and other components. Some of these parts are dependent items, meaning they are required only if the final product is produced. Next, we use the Master Production Schedule, or MPS, which indicates how many beds need to be produced in each period. For example, if the demand is 90 beds in period 1 and 140 in period 2, this becomes the starting point for the MRP calculation. Based on this demand, we calculate the gross requirement, which represents the total amount of each component needed. After that, we compare these values with the available inventory and any scheduled receipts. This allows us to determine the net requirements, which are the actual quantities that must be ordered or produced. Another important step is considering the lead time, which in this time required to receive or produce each component. Using this, MRP determines when to realize orders so that materials arrive exactly when needed, not too early and not too late. Finally, we generate plain order realize and plain order receipts, which help coordinate purchasing and production activities across different levels of the supply chain. This entire process ensures that all materials are available at the right time, reduces excess inventory, and improves overall efficiency. In conclusion, this example shows how MRP transforms demand into detailed production and purchasing plans. It helps companies maintain control over their operation, reduce costs, and ensure a smooth and organized production process.